Hi everyone, this is me, Rashmi again. Today we're going to be talking about the Kapha dosha. This is actually my favorite, but anyways. What is Kapha dosha? Kapha dosha is earth and water. When these two elements combine, then you have Kapha dosha. So those of you who have predominant Kapha dosha, or you have a lot of, we have a lot of Kapha friends who we turn for a big hug all the time. They give best hugs. Anyways, so that this video might be very interesting for you to listen. Okay, so what is the role of Kapha in our body? The Kapha dosha in our body is responsible for all the structure that you see. It's responsible for lubrication of joints. This provides stability to the body. It heals our wounds, then it takes care of the moisture in the skin. Then also Kapha dosha, it's present in our body, it's there in our joints, it's there in our lungs. So it's something like how I explained to you. If Vata is your dosha, is your mother, the Pitta would be your father, then the Kapha dosha would be your grandfather. And now, the lot of disease and illnesses that happen, 70% if they happen because of Vata, then 30 to 40% happen because of Pitta. Then because of Kapha dosha, there are about 20% of the diseases, 20 to 25% of the diseases. So if you are somebody who has a predominant Kapha dosha, then in a way you are actually fortunate, because if a person with the Prakriti who has a predominant Kapha dosha, if he exercises and controls his appetite, like he keeps an eye on what he's eating, actually then they are born as natural athletes. So when your Kapha dosha is in balance, it is actually it will go on. You will have a body which is kind of disease free. You can have a longer life. And people with Kapha dosha, now what are the how do you know, like somebody who's listening to this video will know if I am a Kapha dosha, but you will also once you understand what are the characteristics of a Kapha dosha, that would be somebody, the Kapha dosha people are big built, they are thick boned, they tend to be overweight because they're larger in structure, because as their Prakriti, they're programmed to store, then there's somebody who have large eyes, and the white in their eyes is very, very white, so they have these beautiful big eyes, and they're very loving, they're very forgiving, they have very emotional people. Like if you go with somebody to the movies and that person is the first one to cry in the emotional movie, then you know that is your Kapha person. They're okay, they're quite tolerant to heat, and their hunger is actually not very sharp. They're okay. But their digestive system is slow. As they tend to move slowly, they're slow with things, So, because it is something like an elephant, with their larger structure, that's how they are. But emotionally, they go on to make great partners, great friends, because as the name, the Kapha dosha, it comprises of earth and water. So it's a very gooey, sticky substance, like, it would be like. So they are like that. A Kapha person in your family or in your friends is somebody who keeps it all together. So we all need Kapha friends. So now coming to, they are emotional, but if their emotions go out of balance, then they become into this very possessive, attached, greedy, somebody who's hoarding all the time. So that could be the other side of it, So they're great to save money because they are good at holding, They are somebody who have a knack of keeping things. So they are good. They can save money. You can learn this from a Kapha person. So these are some of the, psychological and physical traits of Kapha. Or another thing, they have very nice thick hair, So they are blessed with thick hair because they are calm, unlike a Pitta who's stressed. And Pitta people, when they get all heated up, you will see they will bald from the center of the head. And Vata people from the side. So Kaphas that way are blessed with thick hair. Okay, since Kapha people, they struggle with excess weight. So I'm going to speak a little more about the, their struggle with weight. As I already mentioned, that their body is programmed to store. So they have, if a Kapha person is somebody who is okay to eat 2 meals a day or 1 meal a day, and they can handle it. Like you cannot have a Vata person eat, with such long gaps because they cannot store like a Kapha. So first thing that a Kapha person should do if they are struggling with their weight and they would like to, take away some earth and water out of their body, they should eat only twice a day, and since they have such a, they enjoy the taste, because it's like somewhere, this is where their whole, they're sensitive to taste and smell. So they really enjoy their food, but what they can do is they should eat at once, whatever they would like to eat, because it's a big change. In our later videos, we will be talking in more detail. We'll touch upon things if they want to further sort of reduce the Kapha. But I would say it would really help in their Kapha if they ate twice a day or once a day. And they can eat mostly a lot of, they have a lot of liberty of eating pungent food. So there is somebody who can enjoy a lot of flavor. They can have nearly all the spices, all the herbs are, they work well for them. Oils and the ghee is good in moderation, not like, unlike a Vata who the ghee works magically, but for a Kapha, a ghee in moderation or even less is okay. Now, talking about their food, even grains, since we are trying to reduce the earth in their body and they have enough sweetness, so they can kind of also reduce on the grains and go more the vegetable way, where they can have a lot of vegetables, most of it. They are somebody who can enjoy garlic, ginger. It'll fire up the system, it'll raise the Pitta, raise the Vata in the body. That's what we want to do. Now, a Kapha person is typically somebody who will enjoy sitting in one place, or as opposed to a Vata who would like to run. But a Kapha person is somebody who should be going to a dance class or to a rock show, or who should go for something that is got a lot of movement, right? So when you want to reduce the Kapha, you bring in a lot of movement, as opposed to a Vata who you want to bring more steadiness. Now, Kapha is also a symbolic of stability, right? So now when we want to change that, so we need to do the opposite. I hope I'm kind of making sense to you. Because the thing with the Kapha is that one of their traits is whenever they are upset, they try to comfort themselves with food, because since they are very sensitive to smell and taste. So, if a Kapha can understand themselves better, then they are the best. They have a lot of endurance in their body. They can have great health. If they are maintaining a good exercise regime, and they're controlling their appetite, they're eating only 2 times in the day, not nibbling through the day, they do great. And when we compare diseases or illness to other doshas, Kapha dosha, it's like, Vata related diseases are like 70 to 75%. Pitta related diseases, which are, Pitta, I mean, what I'm trying to say is imbalances. Pitta imbalances, are diseases would be something like 30 to 40%. So when we are talking about kapha related, they are only about 20 to 30%. So in a way, it's actually they do have the blessing of enjoying good health and longevity. So if they just kind of become a little more aware. Now, they can do a lot of herb water. If you're somebody who's trying to shed a few kilos, it will really help you to drink warm water. You can boil some herbs in that. It'll work very well with you because they tend to have a lot of sinus issues. There are some great oils, nasal oils that are there in Ayurveda that work very well. I will bring that upon in one of my later videos. Since they are, emotional people, they need to, they are very, loving and forgiving. So if you're a kapha who's trying to shed some weight, and so the herb waters work wonderfully. You can boil some ginger, some cinnamon, some herbs into your water. They work wonderfully well for you. Now, coming to dairy. See, dairy is really not kapha's best thing, and I have seen a lot of kaphas tend to like dahi. And if you're looking to lose weight or reduce kapha in your body and you're struggling with sinuses, inflammation issues, and then which a lot of kaphas do, then dahi is something that you should completely avoid, especially at night. A bowl of dahi at night will really make all the sinuses, all the kapha in this area worse. So if actually they say goat milk is even better than cow milk for a kapha. Now I know you're not going to go and find goat milk, so we'll leave the dairy on the side. So they are somebody who have a lot of liberty even in terms to eat most of the spices. They are somebody who can really even have apple cider vinegar, which kind of doesn't work with the others, or green teas. I mean, I'm not a fan of green tea at all, but I'm just telling you that this is one person who can have, and even coffee they can have, because again, it's not healthy, but it doesn't cause as much damage as it would do to a vata or a pitta. Now, these are some of the very basic things that I spoke about kapha. I hope I could help you. Now, I just want to tell, if your predominant dosha is kapha, you should really be happy because you will have a lot more lubrication in your body, whereas opposed to the others. So yes, I know you're large in structure or whatever. If you don't like it, you should start loving your body because you're really blessed. So if you're a kapha person and listening to this, one thing I can tell you is that you're really blessed because for the longest time I would think that I would look at the other people with other predominant doshas and you would think that how do they have it all, it's so easy for them, because a kapha person is somebody who looks at food and gains weight. Yes, I feel your pain, but you have to understand, in terms of longevity, in terms of endurance, in terms of resistance, you're really blessed. So if you can sort of understand your prakriti and work with exercise and food, you really have a gift, and you will be the one who will be running for the longest time because this is a gift. Okay, so in my later videos, I will be talking about mixed prakritis for you to understand better. Well, I'm trying my best to get you interested because the knowledge is out there. Our sages have put it all there and it's there for us. And I hope it helps you. And I wish you all the best, kaphas. Thank you.